Split right there.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 14 yards on the play as they pick up the first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey there to make the grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And, we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go. Third quarter. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On second down now, it's Brown, and he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. Damian Wilson in on the stop.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 37.
On 2nd down, it's Brown. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. McCaffrey. Anthony Hitchens, 2nd in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. This will be the 8th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and inches.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7 reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. In the backfield by himself is Brown, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll give it here to Brown. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time. So a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right,
well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Khalil Mack getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking for Kelsey there, but it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line. On 1st down, Brown. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. Again, it's Brown. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. You know they'd love nothing more than to get a 3-and-out here after having the interception.
And it also tells you a little bit about how they feel about their leader, right? Their quarterback throws an interception in the previous series. They're trying to help him out here with a big stand.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
The 7-yard line.
So that does it. Put this one in the books. A successful Madden Ultimate Team Solo Challenge. See you next time.
The coach here, and welcome to this Ultimate Challenge. Sit back and relax. You're in for a real treat with this matchup. For this next challenge, you need to complete all the challenge goals to get the win. You can view the goals at any time from the pause menu.
This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31. On play action, it's Mahomes. Well, there's a pretty big start right there. They go bombs away on the first play from scrimmage.
Put a smile on your face, didn't it? Not because you're rooting for anyone, but that's the way to begin a game, to put someone back on their heels and announce that they plan to be aggressive.
His pass caught at the 4. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown from 6 yards away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. 3 plays already in the end zone. That was quick.
We always talk about offenses understanding what they want to do before they go into a game, and they practice it. They have their script and the plays they want to open with. But defenses aren't just reactive. They have their own ideas as well. These ideas didn't get implemented very well. 3 plays and a touchdown already scored against them.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Vikings under 6-year head coach Mike Zimmer. They'll be led out by the veteran quarterback out of Michigan State. The former Spartan, it's Kirk Cousins.
Forget the measurables. His temperament, which is so even-keeled, often masks a burning desire to win and perform. This guy takes it seriously when he lines up to play, and usually he puts on a nice performance.
Cousins, and complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Cousins, and this one hauled in by Rudolph. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Here's Dalvin Cook, 3rd year back from Florida State. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
John Johnson, one of the leading tacklers from the safety position in the NFL, there to make the stop. From the 39, Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. 3rd and long for Cousins. He completes it to Abdullah. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are visitors to take over on offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And a huge play that time. 51 yards. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey there to make the grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Well, they have to be loving this start to the first quarter.
Well, the way that they're going, I mean, you're about 2 touchdown drives already. They feel very confident and feel like they have all the answers in this game. They're 1 point away from going up 14-0. Maybe they press the advantage and go for 2.
Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Cousins on 1st down. It's complete. Abdullah. I call it no gain there on the 1st down play. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Cousins, and he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Khalil Mack came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. Mahomes now on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Flush to his right. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Now Mahomes. This is caught. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Minnesota's set to take over on offense, and if you're a Viking fan, you probably recognize that voice in the background. That is one Alan Roach, the PA announcer. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They go play action. Cousins. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. 47-yard punt, a return of 4. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are visitors to take over on offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. They'll get 34 yards there. What a first half this has been offensively. I mean, defensively, what do you do when you're getting torched like this?
No, these receivers are absolutely wearing them out. So 2 thoughts come to mind. 1, get some oxygen to fill up your lungs a little bit. And number 2, talk to your guys up front. You need a pass rush to help slow them down.
They'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And it's caught. And he will take it in for the touchdown from 19 yards away. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Bryant tacks on the extra point, and a route is on here in this first half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Now Cousins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A first down throw for Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now here's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. Deep ball, and it's caught. Touchdown. Alshon Jeffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Kirk Cousins and the Vikings offense back on the field. In second quarter, they're down big already. He's struggling as well. They've got to find something here. He's got to find something on this drive.
And sometimes you take on all that extra pressure on yourself, and maybe you have to disperse it a little bit. Lean on some other people, lean on your teammates, find someone who can take the pressure off and get the ball in their hands for a while.
Well, if he doesn't, this is getting out of hand, or it could get worse. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine quarterback, there to make the play defensively. On third down, Cousins. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now, you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now, with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Patrick Mahomes on his way out for their next drive. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mahomes going to throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Mahomes now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. His throw caught at about the 5. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Focus, defense, focus.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. George Kittle as time expires in the first half, as his guys continue to pour it on. You knew time was going to run out, so this had to be in the end zone. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Cousins to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
He'll return it from the 6. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And once more, he was looking for Alshon Jeffrey, and it's second down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And they rattle off a big one. 47 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up even more big plays.
From back at the 4, here's second and goal. Right back to Brown. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This defense hasn't let them in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. Third and goal from the 2. They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on third and goal. A lot of the times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. From the 31, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the defense. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. That's caught. It's Thomas. On the ground, McCaffrey. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Again, McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on third and goal? On the ground, McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on fourth and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
They stop him on fourth and goal at the 3. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the post-game press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on third down. On the crossing route, complete. It's Smith. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Here's Matt Weil now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes, the quick slant caught. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Here we go. Let's bring it.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. In the backfield by himself is Brown, 2nd and goal. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On the tackle that time, it's Trey Waynes. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of it. That's just who they are.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw, Cousins. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Let's get it now. Let's get it right now.
6 man. Check curl.